Meteorologist Carly Smith, and we are keeping a close eye on the tropics. Low chance of development with a tropical wave that is forecasted to move into the Bay of Campeche over the weekend. This tropical wave in the Atlantic Basin has a 70% chance of development. You do see it's going to be interacting with some Saharan dust. Both are interacting with it right now. This one might get out ahead of some of the Saharan dust, but still only a low chance of development. We'll talk about why coming up next, but you do see it here. Yeah, south of Texas. That's where they expected any potential landfall is supposed to be. So steering influence and winds. This is showing wind shear essentially in between areas of high and low pressure. That's where the wind shear is the greatest, and that inhibits tropical development. It also kind of helps to steer where these storms will go. So this area of high pressure, it's going to tap into the southern edge of it and continue to track to the west across the Atlantic. You see this little piece of vorticity, that's the energy associated with that tropical wave as it's moving across the Atlantic. Invest 94L, they both are being investigated by the National Hurricane Center, which is why we've got spaghetti models now. But Invest 94L is going to track pretty much across Central America. It's going to interact with land, and that's one of the main reasons it's going to have a hard time developing. Both don't have a whole lot of wind shear in their way. They're on the southern edge of the high, and there's not a strong low to the south or anything that is producing some of that wind shear. But you do see all the modeling data keeps that storm well to our south. And keeps it out of Texas, and that has to do with that area of high pressure, which we've been talking about a lot. Saharan dust is something else that we've been mentioning. We're going to see a little bit of that between now and Sunday, but notice what happens as we head into the weekend. This plume makes it into the coastal bend and much of South Texas, and that's going to be across the Lone Star State really as we head into early next week. So yeah, we're going to see some Saharan dust, which means you could notice some allergy-like symptoms, especially Sunday through Tuesday. We'll have more vibrant sunrises and sunsets and hazy skies. Saharan dust does suppress tropical activity, so it will be working against some of those storms we're seeing out in the Atlantic Basin, but regardless, they do still both have a decent chance of developing. So there's our high pressure ridge. It allows a little bit of tropical moisture to sneak in on the southern edge into the weekend, but as we head into early next week, this high only strengthens into Monday. Heat index values get up around 112. It keeps all of that tropical moisture, and it keeps that storm, the first Invest, to make it into the Bay of Campeche on the southern end. So that means into Mexico. Temperatures are going to remain hot thanks to that high pressure. We're talking heat index values at or above 110 well into next week. Starting with today, we've got the heat advisory from 1 to 6 p.m. In your day planner, notice what happens at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock especially. We hit our peak heat index value around 112, then we slowly cool down into the evening, but it will be slow. At 8 p.m. still feeling like it's around 101, and those heat index values definitely at their highest, especially across Nueces, San Patricio, Clayburgh, Jim Wells County, and Live Oak County. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. That Saharan dust again being noticeable, especially Sunday through Tuesday of next week. Barbie, John Thomas.
Thank you, Carly.